On to question 21, 22 and 23. I'll try to do them all in this one video. So 21 says solve the following linear equations, and so here we're just solving for x. So first what you've got to do is expand this bracket here. So that means I'm going to multiply the 2 times 3. I'm going to get 6. Then 2 times negative x, which is just negative 2x. So that's done there, equals x plus 3. Now I'm trying to solve for x, so I'm going to put all the x's on one side, so move them to the left, and I'm going to keep all the constants to the right. Now how we do that is I'm going to add 2x on both sides in this case. So if I add 2x there, so what I'll do is, to keep everything positive, I did say I'm going to move all the x's to the left, but actually what I'll do is I'll move them all to the right. So I'm adding 2x on both sides so that I can get rid of the 2x on the left. So that's gone. And so I'll be left with 6 equals x plus 2x is 3x plus 3. Then I want to get rid of the 3 which is on the right hand side, this one here. So I'll subtract 3 on both sides. That goes out with that. And I'll be left with 3 equals 3x. Now I just divide by 3 on both sides. So I have x by itself and x is equal to 3. Alright, for part B, what you want to do is you want to solve for x again. So I'm going to move all the constants to the right, and I'll keep the variable, so the x1 to the left. So I'm going to subtract 2 first on both sides, so I can remove this 2 here. That 2 is gone with that. What I'll be left with then is 3x over 5 is equal to 11 minus 2, which is 9. Then I want to multiply by 5 on both sides to get rid of this 5 here, and I'll have 3x equals 9 times 5, which is 45. And then I'll divide by 3 on both sides. So that's gone with that, and I have x to be equal to 15. Okay, for question 22, it says solve for x. So again, we're just solving. Here we can use a method called cross multiplication. So I'll multiply the 4 with the 6x plus 6, and I'll multiply this x with a 3. So this method is called cross multiplication. You can only do it when you have an equal sign in the middle of these two fractions. Okay, so that means 4 times x will be 4 times x plus 6. So I'm going to put the x plus 6 in brackets. Should be equal to 3 times x. Okay, from there I'm going to expand the brackets. So the 4 times x is 4x. 6 times 4 is, so 6, the 4 and the 6 will be 24 equals 3x. Then I'll take 3x away from both sides. I had 4x plus 24. Now I'm taking 3x away from both sides. So that's gonna go away with that. And then 4x minus 3x is just x. So we have x plus 24 equals nothing, 0. Now I need to subtract 24 on both sides to get rid of the 24 here. And so what I'm left with is x equals negative 24. Okay, for this last question, you've been given an equation and you've been asked for two things, the gradient and the y-intercept. So these are linear equations, that means they're a straight line graph. Let's say the graph looks like that. The gradient usually is calculated by doing the rise over the run. Okay, and this point here is what we call the y-intercept, because that's where it crosses the y-axis. The line crosses the y-axis there. So the general formula for a straight line graph is y equals mx plus c. In our case, we just need to match from our equation what the m is, which stands for gradient. So m is gradient. So our gradient is 2, and our y-intercept, what did I tell you? It's mx plus c. So the y-intercept is negative 1. So here we can come and write gradient in brackets m is equal to 2, final answer, and then y-intercept is equal to negative 1. If you had a question that, let's say, did not give you this equation but instead gave you a graph, then you'd have to find the gradient by doing rise over run, meaning rise divided by the run, and the y-intercept, you just look at where it crosses the y-axis. And that's it for that one.